G'day, this is Mr. Thompson. I'm going to create this very quick video which shows you the basics, just the basics of how to use Microsoft Word to do your referencing. Now this is aimed at middle school students. This is not for university students. I'm not going to go through all the advanced details of referencing. I just want to get you started and show you the basics of referencing. Okay, so what I've done is I've been writing a little assignment here, a report on Albert Einstein. I've sort of got started, but I haven't done any referencing yet. And let me just show you. Actually, I've got two versions of this. I'll show you the version. Here we go. Here's what it should look like when I've done my referencing. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do. And you can see when I've done my referencing, I'm going to have a few things. I'm going to have in-text references like that. There's an in-text reference. There's another in-text reference, there's another in-text reference. So those short in-text references, and each one of those in-text references corresponds to an entry in my bibliography or my reference list. So I'll show you how to do those and also how to do those. And the trick is, if we're clever, we can use Microsoft Word to help us do that. Microsoft Word has got a little database, and what you've got to do is put all your website information into the database, and then Microsoft Word will automatically do these in-text references and your reference list for you. All right, so let's have a look and see. Let me put that one away. Here we go. So this is the one that I want to do my referencing on. Okay, now over here on the right hand side, these are the websites that I've got my information from. Now I haven't copied any information. I haven't cut and pasted any information. What I've done is I found this website with some facts about Albert Einstein, and I've used that information there to write the biography, and I've written it in my own words. But even though I've written it in my own words, I still need to reference that information. I still need to put in my report where I got this information from. So how do I go about doing that? Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to start. This one's probably going to be easier. I'm going to start with this one here. So this website here is the website that I used to write this paragraph here. Okay, so it's got. So that's the website I want to do. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this website to Microsoft Word's reference database. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to click on References, then I'm going to click on Manage Sources, like that. Oh, I've already added them. Let me just delete them. Delete. I'll add them again, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay. So when you first click on References and Manage Sources, you're going to get this dialog box here, and this list on the right will be empty. Now, if you haven't done any referencing before, this list over here is probably going to be empty as well. This is just the list of references or sources that I've used for previous reports that I've written, and you can see I've written a few. So with this list empty, let's add a new source. So I want to add this web page. So I'm going to go click on New. And when I click on New, it comes up with this Create Source dialog box. Now, of course, not every source is a web page. Sometimes we get our information from a book, or sometimes I get my information from a journal article or a conference proceeding. So there's a bunch of different places I could get my information from. I just have to choose the correct one. So if I click on website there, because I've got my information from a website, it will give me the fields that I need to fill out for a website. Okay, so now it's just a matter of filling these in. So the author, well, there's the author there, Marie Wilsey. So I'm just going to copy that and Control C to copy. So I've highlighted it, Control C to copy it, and come over here and Control V to paste it. There you go. Now, sometimes with websites, you don't know who the author is. It doesn't actually tell you a person's name. You don't know who wrote it. So what you need to do, if that's the case, is you need to click on Corporate Author, and you need to put the name of the company or the organization that published the website. So, or that wrote the website. So maybe if you were looking up a NASA website and it didn't have a name, you could write NASA as the corporate author. But in this case, I actually have got a person's name, so I'm going to put the person's name there. That's always better if we can find an actual person's name. Okay, the name of the web page, well, that's the title at the top of the web page. So that's the name of the web page. So I'm going to highlight that, select it, and paste it into here. Control V and Control C and Control V. The name of the website. Well, this website that I'm using here is the website called How Stuff Works, and it's got a whole lot of different articles, and this is just one of the articles. So that was the name of the web page. This is the website. So How Stuff Works, How Stuff Works, works. I'm going to type that into there. No, can't spell it. There we go, got it. How Stuff Works is the name of the website. The year. Now, this is the year that the page was last updated, is what you want to write in here. Now, again, sometimes like this is a really nice page to cite because it's got the information that I need right there. Sometimes you have to scroll right down the bottom to find the information you need down the bottom of a page. Ooh, that can take a while. I won't bother going all. Oh yeah, I'll go and have a look. So sometimes the information you need is right down the bottom. Sometimes it's right at the top. And sometimes you can't even get it. So if you don't have a date, then you just have to leave those blank. But that doesn't look very good. That means on your reference list, it'll have N.D. which means no date, which is not real good. It's better if you can find websites that do have a date. Okay, so I'm going to put it in 2021 as the year. The month is February. The day is the 12th. And the URL, okay, that's easy. The URL, I've just got to come up here and copy the URL, Control C, come here and paste it. There's the URL. Okay, so now that website is in my Word source database. Okay, now to make this a short video, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to add two more websites. I'm going to add that website and that website. I'm going to add them by going new. I'm going to add them into my database. So just bear with me for a minute. Okay, I'm back again. So what I've done now I've got my three websites that I've used. That website, that website. Actually, I haven't used this one. I'm going to use this one for the photo. So there are my three websites, and I've loaded those three websites into my database. So now if I click close there, now I'm ready to start doing my in-text referencing. So here goes. Let's see, this website here, Albert Einstein Facts, that's the website that I used to write this paragraph. So at the end of this paragraph here, I'm going to put my in-text reference. So I'm going to come just before the full stop, and I'll put a space in there, and then I'm going to go under references. I'm going to go insert citation, and see that's got a list of all the references that I've put into the or the sources that I've put into the source database. So let's see, it was Albert Einstein Facts. That's this one here. This is the one that I used to write that paragraph. So I'm going to click on that. And can you see there, it's now put my in-text reference in for that paragraph. I'm going to come down here. Now this paragraph here, I wrote this paragraph with information from this website here. What did Albert Einstein invent? So I'm going to click down here and I'm going to put a space after the last word but just before the full stop, and I'm going to go insert citation, and that's this one here. What did Albert Einstein invent? So I'm going to click that one in there. So to put so you can see now I've got two in-text references. Now the third website I wanted to use this photo. So what I've done is I've added that website, that information into my source database, but I need to put the photo in, and then whenever I use a photo, whenever I use someone else's photo or someone else's diagram or picture of any kind, I need to reference that. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to right click on the photo and copy the image. And I'm going to come over here. I want to put it in the biography section. So I'm going to click in the biography section, and I'm just going to go Control V to paste it. And there it is. Now it's too big, but that's okay. I can fix that. So I'm going to click on it, and now it's put the little handles on there. So I'm going to grab that bottom handle there, that bottom corner one, and I'm going to make it smaller. Let's see. I think I need to make it even smaller than that. Let's make it about that big, I think. Now here's the other problem. I really want that photograph over here, and I can't seem to make it go over there, but I can fix that too. So if I click on the picture, and then I click on this little button here, this little icon here that says layout options. If you click on that, then it gives me some different options, and I want to use this one here, which is going to wrap my text around that photo as it shows in the diagram. So I click there. Okay, I don't need that anymore. So now I can move. That looks terrible so far, but when I move it across here to the right hand side, and I'm going to move it up a little bit like that, I think that's about where I want it. Okay, now not finished yet. I've put the photo in. I need to reference the photo, so I'm going to right click, and I'm going to insert a caption. And here we go. It pops up this dialog box, and it's figure 1. I'm going to put a space and then a hyphen and then another space, and I need to give it a title. I guess I'd just call that Albert Einstein, wouldn't I, because it's just a portrait. So Albert Einstein. So some meaningful title, doesn't really matter what it is, it's just whatever the photo is. And then I'm going to click OK, and can you see now it's put in that caption. Now I can put my reference inside that caption. So again, I'm going to put a little space there, and then I'm going to come up here again under references. I'm going to go insert citation, and this was the website. See, Albert Einstein 1947. That's my website there, so I'm going to click on that, and see there now it's put in a caption. It's put in some in-text referencing there. And in fact, if I wanted to make that neat, I'm just going to neaten that up by putting a shift enter there. That's just made it a little bit neater, hasn't it? Alright, so there we go. I've got my in-text referencing. That's good. Now I need to put my reference list in. Now this is where Word is really, really good, because what I can do is I can come down here. That's where my reference is going to go. Actually, I don't want it in the middle. I want it over to the left. Okay, so to add my reference list, all I need to do now is if I come up to References, and actually, which style do I want to use? Now, at our school, we use APA referencing. So I'm going to click on APA. If I wanted to use Harvard, I could click on Harvard, or MLA, or whatever type of referencing you want to use. But at our school, we tend to use APA referencing. So I'm going to stick with APA. Now, instead of insert citation, because I've already done those for my in-text references, I'm going to add my bibliography or my reference list. So if I click on bibliography there on that little arrow, and then it gives me some choices. I like this one here where it says references, and then it's got a list of references. Can you see that? It's gone and done all that formatting for me, so it's used all the correct formatting. So that's my reference list done. Now, this report isn't finished. And it's a good idea to do your referencing as you go. Don't leave it right till the end, or it's really hard. But I might find some more sources, and I can just add those sources by clicking anytime I want. Anytime I want to add a new source, I can just click on Manage Sources and New, and I can add my new source, whether it's a website or whether it's a book or whatever it is. I can just add new sources into there. And once I've added my new sources, I can insert the in-text references. And when I want to update my reference list, all I have to do is right-click and click on Update. There we go, Update Field. And it'll write the reference list again, but this time it'll add any new references that I've put in there. All right, I think that's all I wanted to show you. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes referencing easier for you.